Hello and welcome to this Friday's episode of Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young, and as I'm sure you've noticed, there was no show last week due to me being selected for jury duty, but I'm back and there's a ton to cover from the last few weeks, so let's get right to it. First and foremost, NFL free agency has been absolutely wild so far. A ton of major names and possibly future Hall of Famers have found new homes and will be wearing new uniforms this season. Since there are so many updates, I'll try to breeze through them as quickly as I can. Here we go. Starting in Seattle, receiver DK Metcalf left the Pacific Northwest to join the Pittsburgh Steelers and immediately signed a $150 million extension. To replace Metcalf, the Seahawks brought in former Rams superstar Cooper Kupp. Throwing him the ball next season will be quarterback Sam Darnold, who signed a 3-year, $100 million deal with Seattle to replace Geno Smith, who signed a deal to reunite with Pete Carroll in Las Vegas. Speaking of the Rams and superstar wide receivers, former Packer, Raider, and Jet Davante Adams signed a 2-year deal to join Los Angeles. The league's top receiver last season, Jamar Chase, and his teammate T. Higgins each signed massive deals to remain in Cincinnati. Chase's deal is for 4 years, $161 million, and will make him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, and Higgins signed for 4 years and $115 million. Sticking with the theme of record-breaking contracts, the Bills have rewarded NFL MVP Josh Allen with the largest contract in NFL history. The 6-year, $330 million contract through the 2030 season that includes $250 million guaranteed. The Houston Texans are making cornerback Derek Stingley Jr. the highest-paid defensive back in NFL history after he agreed to a $90 million extension. The San Francisco 49ers are sellers this offseason, getting rid of a large majority of their roster. The Denver Broncos picked up 2 key players from the 49ers defense, safety Talanoa Hufanga and linebacker Drake Greenlaw. The Broncos also added a veteran tight end as they signed Evan Ingram out of Jacksonville. A lot of edge rushers made an impact during the free agency period. Former Charger Joey Bosa joined the Buffalo Bills, and Hassan Reddick is heading to Tampa Bay. After requesting a trade, Myles Garrett opted to stay in Cleveland after he signed a 4-year, $160 million extension with the Browns that, at the time, made him the highest-paid non-quarterback in the NFL before Jamar Chase took that title. The AFC West lost one running back as Javonte Williams is leaving Denver for Dallas, and gained another as Najee Harris left Pittsburgh to join the Chargers. The Chargers also brought back receiver Mike Williams. Lastly, the world is still waiting to see where Aaron Rodgers will go, whether it be the Giants, Steelers, or somewhere else. To replace Rodgers, the New York Jets have signed Justin Fields. That was a lot of NFL information. The draft is just around the corner, so expect more mayhem leading up to that. It's officially mid-March, which means one thing. March Madness has officially begun. Here's a look at the bracket before the games tipped off yesterday morning. This year, the number 1 seeds are truly dominant and will be hard to pick against them. Houston, Florida, Duke, and Auburn all are very strong contenders and have the best odds at winning a national title this season. There are a few teams that I would keep an eye on throughout the tournament that could also sneak their way into the Final Four, like St. John's, Alabama, Ole Miss, Oregon, Arizona, and Wisconsin. The first round tipped off yesterday and will continue through tonight, so don't miss out on any of the action. The second round begins tomorrow with the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 games next weekend. Over in the women's bracket, currently, South Carolina is favored to repeat and win their second straight national title. But teams like UCLA, USC, UConn, Texas, and more are all very strong contenders. Across both brackets, there are always incredible upsets, last-second wins, buzzer beaters, ups and downs, and highs and lows, and that's what makes March Madness so electric. Don't miss out on any games and see which schools will be crowned national champions in just a few short weeks. Another major season kicks off in mid-March, and it's already off to a dramatic start. Formula One began its season with the Australian Grand Prix last weekend, and it was a doozy. Due to severe weather conditions, numerous crashes, safety cars, and more, the first race of the year was full of drama. McLaren's Lando Norris held on to win the race, but 6 of the 20 drivers did not finish the race due to crashes, including a crash on the very first turn of the race. Red Bull's Max Verstappen and Mercedes' George Russell rounded out the rest of the podium. The next race will be the Chinese Grand Prix at the Shanghai International Circuit. The race will begin at 12 midnight on Sunday, so if you're up late Saturday night into Sunday morning, tune in for this F1 race. If it's half as exciting as the first, you won't want to miss it. It seems like March and spring as a whole mark the start for a lot of sports, as the MLB officially began this week as well. While most teams are still wrapping up spring training and their seasons don't really begin until next week, the Dodgers and Cubs have already played their first 2 games. Yoshinobu Yamamoto threw 5 strong innings, Shohei Ohtani had 2 hits and scored twice, and the defending World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Chicago Cubs 4-1 early Tuesday morning in the MLB season opener at the Tokyo Dome in Japan. The Cubs and Dodgers then faced off again on Wednesday morning, and Shohei Ohtani hit a solo home run, Roki Sasaki threw 3 eventful innings in his big league debut, and the Dodgers beat the Cubs 6-3 to sweep the 2-game series in Japan. Like I said, the 28 other MLB teams are still finishing up spring training, and their official opening day is next Thursday. This past weekend, the PGA also produced their fair share of drama and fun. The Players Tournament at TPC Sawgrass in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, finished with a 3-hole playoff for the first time since 2015. JJ Spawn and Rory McIlroy each finished the tournament on Sunday with a score of 12 under par. However, due to lightning and storm conditions, the tournament was postponed until early Monday morning. Starting on hole 16, McIlroy quickly jumped out to a 1-stroke lead after a birdie. On hole 17, though, disaster struck for Spawn as he launched his shot into the water and ended the hole with a triple bogey. McIlroy would finish the playoff with back-to-back bogeys, but it was enough to hold off Spawn. With the victory, McIlroy earned his 2nd Players' Championship title and 2nd victory on the PGA Tour this season. There are a few other PGA events over the next few weeks, but mark your calendars for the Masters, which will begin on April 10th. We're just about a month away from the start of the NBA playoffs, so here's a look at how the bracket currently stands. As you can tell by the records, the Thunder and Cavs are very easily in control of the top seeds. But after that, it's pretty much anyone's game. The Lakers have come on strong since the addition of Luka Doncic, but LeBron James' injury is going to prove to be problematic for them moving forward. The play-in games will begin on April 15th, with the first round of the playoffs tipping off on April 19th. There's a whole lot going on in the world of sports, and we have a whole lot of major events to look forward to on the horizon. If you're anything like me, you'll be glued to the TV watching March Madness this weekend, but there's plenty of NBA, MLB, golf, Formula One racing, and so much more to enjoy. Be sure to come right back next Friday for more news, updates, and highlights from all across the sports world. I'm Cole Young. As always, thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.